Good morning, everyone. I'm Connie Myers. It's 10 o'clock. It's Saturday morning, and this must be to 70 and beyond. And I hope that all of you have had a very wonderful Earth Week. I had a major chapter of my life close this week, and I wanted to talk about it because that's what I tell other people to do. And I tell people if somebody is talking about losing someone to listen. So I want to tell you about Miss C. Miss C, it was the love of my life for the last 12 years. She was going to be 13 this year. I got her when she was a year old. Anyway, she was totally a God thing, a godsend. And all of you, I've heard from several of you that just recently lost pet as well. We all know that they become a part of your family. Miss C, her real name when I got her was Connie, which is why she was called Miss C. I got her. I said, I can't be the one sitting and laying and rolling over and asking for treats. So we couldn't both be Connie. She came into my life in October of 2010. She had been in a puppy mill. She was a Chinese crested powder puff and a tiny little thing. She weighed 10 pounds. When I got her, she was less than 5. She had been in a puppy mill. She had had puppies and she was not even a year old yet. They shut down the puppy mill and she got sent to a kill shelter in Northern California where she was attacked by 2 big dogs. So she had lacerations between her ears and between her shoulders. And they kept a sweater on her because she was completely raw, probably from allergies and anxiety. But her little body was raw. And I read her story. And of course, she was going to be at the PetSmart, not even 10 minutes from my house. So, of course, I went to see her and I held her in my hand. And it was love at first sight. Those big eyes and that white hair kind of go together, right? So I pick her up. I bring her home. My son and daughter-in-law were there, and they said, "Oh, you look just alike." Well, little did I know what was about to happen. I left her with my son and daughter-in-law because I had to go to a National Association of Realtors convention in New Orleans. And while I was there, I got a call from Tom's daughter saying that his test results had come back and that he had cancer. You know how sometimes you already know what's going to happen, even though you're not sure what's going to happen? When I went to answer that phone, I knew it was really bad news. And I knew instantly that it was not going to end well. So I'm telling you this because I'm sure some of you experienced this yourself at one point or another. So I said I was leaving the next day anyway, so I flew back to Portland, picked up Missy and my car, and closed the door of my dream house. And when I closed that door, I knew that I wouldn't be coming back. I told my partners, I said, this is not good. So I get to Vegas, and Tom was sick for about 6 months before he passed away. He passed away on March 24th of 2011. Anyway, so Missy was his hand warmer, and our other little dog, Tinkerbell, was his foot warmer. And they absolutely adored him, and he absolutely adored them. So after Tom passed, about 4 months later, we had to put Tinkerbell down. And if I had not had Miss C, I don't know what I would have done. So our history and our life together, she was my rock. She would, even when I was ignoring her, I'd be running around and I'd be ignoring her. She would be at my ankle and she was always there. She never wanted to be in my lap, but she was always there for me. So on Tuesday morning, she was fine. Tuesday morning, we went for a walk. She was hopping around and jumping like she does, like she was a puppy. And by Wednesday night, I had to put her down. And talk about a major crystalline moment. Now, I always tell people that when you have a crystalline moment, no matter how wonderful it is or how horrible it is, there's always a gift or an opportunity. And I've always said that Tom's passing was the greatest gift he ever gave me, because I wouldn't be living the life I have now if that hadn't happened. And I thank him every day. We had just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary 4 days before he passed. It was only the second time that all his kids and my kids had been together. The first time was our wedding. And Miss C became the central point of my life. I couldn't have asked for a sweeter dog. I couldn't have asked those big eyes. She got whatever she wanted, especially from men. But I'm telling you all this because, first of all, I need to talk about it. When you lose somebody, the best thing anybody can do for you is just listen and let you talk. Michael said, my boyfriend, he said something to me. He says, this was on Wednesday night. He says, or no, it was Thursday. He says, okay, we need to set up some ground rules here. And I'm thinking, what are ground rules about? He said, I want you to talk about Missy anytime you want to talk about Missy. He says, but I'm not going to bring her up. I loved her. I miss her. But I'm not going to bring her up to you unless you bring it up, because I don't want to open up that wound. So if you're around somebody, and that's how you feel, and they've had a loss of some kind, whether it's a person or an animal or whatever, let them know that it's okay for them to talk about it. And I had over 100 people respond to me on my post, and if you were one of them, thank you. You have no idea what reading those comments meant to me. So I guess the lesson today is, if you need to talk about something, find somebody that has a good ear and is willing to listen. Whether it's about something like this or something else, if there's something heavy on your heart, find somebody that will listen to you and let it out. That's what I'm doing. That's why I wrote the post. That's why I'm talking on this about it, because I think it's so important that we let our emotions out. Thursday, I had to go to the grocery store and to Costco, and Missy used to always sit in the hallway waiting for me. And I walked through the door after getting back from the store, and she wasn't there. It broke my heart. I'm sorry, I was going to try to do this without crying. She was the love of my life. I've got incredible memories. And I want you to do the same. If you've lost someone or something, a job or a house or something like that, and you're feeling that emotion inside of you, let it out. Let it out. Okay. I was really going to try not to cry. The last look she gave me, she was saying to me, I love you. And I know there's a gift, and I know there's an opportunity. I don't know what it is right now, but I know it's there. So just know, if you're going through something as well, there's always a gift or opportunity. And when that happens, I'll be talking about it. All right, you have a beautiful, I hope you did something special for Earth Week. I did post something about it because I think it's really important that we pay attention. And anyway, I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next Saturday on to 70 and Beyond.